Hello everyone, Mimikins here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Tempered Zorah Magdaros from the event quest Undying Alpine Glow. The fight itself, I would have to say, is the easiest Tempered monster they've added. You can collect Zorah Magdaros tickets to unlock Origin Layered Armor set and the Zorah Gamma Armor set. This set is going to be amazing for utility status effect builds. Its set bonus critical status increases abnormal status effects when landing critical hits. Status builds are quite overlooked in Monster Hunter because people always want maximum damage, but they can be very potent in disabling a monster, allowing everyone to barrage the monster full of attacks. The head looks decent for when you might want to add some wind pressure negate to your builds. If you compare it to other similar heads, Teostra Gamma, you're losing one slot to gain Windproof level 2, which would otherwise take up 2 slots. The body has level 2 Tremor Resist and 3 tier 1 slots. Tremor Resist can be useful against certain monsters, Radaban, Uragan, Xenojiva, Deviljho to name a few. Hands level 2 earplugs with a tier 3 and a tier 1 slot, another option for working towards level 5 earplugs to negate all roars. Waist Bombardier level 2 and critical eye. This could be really good for sleep bombing builds. The thing I like most is the jewel slots. Not many legs, if any, have a tier 3 and a tier 2 slot, so it might be useful in some mix sets when you need these decoration slots. Legs. I see these being great in blast builds, especially with this armor set bonus critical status. This set definitely has more potential than the old Zorah set. It's not going to be top DPS set, but it will bring a lot of utility and quality of life for more chilled gameplay. I definitely will be trying to build a few sets using this gear. I'm going to show you my build and give some tips and tricks which will help make this fight go a bit smoother. I used light bow gun for this fight, my favourite Empress shell sticks. Love that spare shot effect. This gun is particularly good for a critical element build for this fight, as Zorah Magdaros is weak to water and Nergiganti is weak to thunder. And this gun has both those elements with rapid fire. Slicing ammo is also great on this gun. Make sure you bring supplies to craft extra ammo if needed, as you won't want to waste time heading back to restock during the fight. This is my all-in-one build for the fight. I've boosted my 2 elements for Zorah and Nergi, 100% crit rate on weak spots, 20 fire resist to help protect me if I get caught off guard by one of those many fire attacks from Zorah. Heavy artillery is amazing for this fight. I highly recommend having the skill at level 2 for any weapon that you might be using during this fight, as half the battle is using cannons and the extra damage really adds up. I also really like Pro Transporter for increasing my movement speed while carrying all the cannonballs. It really helps speed up the process of reloading. This skill is from the Charm, but if you've been desperately wanting an excuse to use the Kuluyaku head from the event, you can swap the head and the Charm around. I also recommend eating for Feline Bombardier to further enhance the cannon damage. My cannon shots hit for 238 each with this. Remember, you can use meal vouchers to guarantee the skill. A few tips to save you time at the start. Eat before you enter. If you want to play multiplayer, find an event Magdaros room and join people so you don't have to waste time waiting for SOS members to join. You can skip the cutscene at the start, it's the options key on the PS4. Once you enter, rush over to the hitching post to get on Zorah. You'll want to take out as many cores as you can. Light bowgun is nice because you can stand out of range firing at the cores to constantly deal damage. The ones in the small rooms, you can use a health booster or temporal mantle to offset damage from the eruptions. There is usually one side of each eruption that is safe from the explosion. I have seen a couple of people underestimate the cores and faint. They do erupt much faster than the original version, so having supportive tools helps, as well as keeping health top. When Nergiganti spawns, you will need to fight to repel him. He's just the normal version, so it's not too bad. I was actually expecting an Tempered Nergiganti as well. Just take care, as Zorah sometimes turns its head for a fire attack which can do a lot of damage. You can also knock down stalactites to deal massive damage. If you're using bowgun, you can just use your ammo, but if you're not using bowgun, there's usually stones lying around that you can pick up and use the slinger ammo to knock them down. You do have to be quite close to use it, so keep an eye out while you're scaling Zorah to look out for these stalactites so you can maximise your damage. When you reach the barrier phase, quickly grab one of these one-shot binders so it can start the respawn timer. There is another one of these on the boat. The group needs to be active. I recommend splitting it up so you can make best use of the NPCs. The NPC will load the cannon, but a player needs to fire it off. When they wave you over, that means the cannon is ready for firing. You can position it by going to the sides, load and fire until you run out of cannonballs. Then you want to rotate positions with another team member, as the cannonball stockpiles are not shared. So you might have run out, but another team member will have a full pile. If you hear the handler call out, Zorah Magdaros is charging up energy,
Zorah Magdaros is charging up energy! Oh no!
get ready to run over to the ballista to fire a binder to prevent the attack. The charged attack does massive damage to the barrier and will fail the mission if it gets broken. 4 NPCs load cannons, 1 at either end of the barrier and 2 on the boat. Remember, whoever is on the boat, you will need to fire the Dragonator for massive damage. I like to be active in this fight, so if I run out of cannonballs, I switch to another cannon, rather than just wait, as it's more efficient. If someone comes to my cannon, I usually assume it's because they've also run out, so I like to see which cannon isn't manned and go over there. You should have at least one person next to every NPC. If you're playing solo, the boat is probably the most efficient place, but remember to have a binder on hand to restrain Zorah for the charged attack. You might need to grab one from the barrier, and when you head there, remember to fire off the cannons that the NPCs will have loaded for you. When Zorah rams the barrier, you can jump on the head to destroy the core there, since it was only available in a certain position during the first phase, and often gets missed. It's not needed, but it's there if you want to, and there is one person free since the boat can be manned by one person using 2 NPCs. I hope you guys found the video useful. Please support the channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.